Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Route 1 FM, and of course, as you see in the last video, we have had the season review of season 26-27. We are now in season 27-28. So first of all, can I get you to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and possibly leave a comment on how you feel Sunderland are going to do this season in their second year back in the Premiership. Now, if you haven't already, you can check me out on my socials at Route 1 FM across Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, the lot. Obviously, we're getting into the close season, so a lot more Football Manager content is coming your way. Now, as you can see, we have a couple of new kits done by Adidas this time via the Kit Bashers system. So I've gone for a nice red and white stripe with the badge in the middle, still sponsoring Cancer Research UK, and a yellow one with a little blue hint across the chest. So I think they look good. So tell me what you think of them. But in this video, we are going to deal with probably one of the most important transfer windows we have done. So it's a second season syndrome scenario. Do we go all out, spend lots of money in order to bring in the players to stay up, or do we play conservatively? Now, I like to think I've done a bit of both, so it's not too bad. But also, I like to point out that where at the end of the last video, I thought I was going to be in the Europa Conference League. No, I finished the way we were. We ended up getting into the Europa League. So we are now playing proper European football, which is great. Now, let's look at the ins and outs for the forthcoming season, shall we say. So let's go on the history. Let's look at the outs, and we'll start in the season before on who has gone. Notable player there, Frank Klepp, who is a young Norwegian striker. He's gone out on loan, so we can say that he's come in. He scored a couple of goals for me, I believe, last season. Yeah, he's got a couple. He went out on loan to Kidderminster, come back, made one appearance, but I used him a lot in the friendlies to see what I could do. But he's gone out. It's more since the window shut. So we've lost Kendall, Sale, McBride, Connell, Atkins, Cottrell, but our notable was Harry Wilson. He's left for Lyon. There, he went for 6 million in the end. A great servant across that front line. Played him mainly on the right, but he spent 2 seasons for me, so I made a little bit of profit. Bought him for 2.7 in the Championship, where he scored 10 goals. Made the step up to the Premiership. Didn't play as many games because he was getting to that age, but scored 5. So we've let him go for 6 million. The former Liverpool player, Fulham player, he's been a great servant. Paved the way for a lot of youngsters coming through, so congratulations to him to scoring. Kieran Dowell, he's also left. He's gone to Trabzonspor in Turkey for 11.5 million. 29 years old, still only 3.5 star potential. He spent 4 seasons at Sunderland, where last season only getting 1 goal in the Premiership, 6 in the Championship, and 9 with the season before that. Made a hell of a profit. Bought for £425,000, sold him for 11.5 million. The former Evertonian has come through the ranks since being there at Everton. Made a sort of name at Norwich, but we've done well to get a bit of money out of him. So he's sadly gone. Other notable players, Reece Devine, who I bought in to cover it. Right backs and left backs, he's gone on a free transfer to Wycombe. James Jones is still at the club, the 31-year-old Scottish midfielder who I bought in from Wrexham. He's gone to Sheffield Wednesday on loan. Again, didn't really make an impact for me. No goals. Played a lot of games in the Championship, but didn't quite cut it in the Premiership. Didn't fit my way of thinking. So I've let him go again on loan. Who else we got here? Ruben, the 19-year-old from Man City from last season. He's gone out on loan. Jack Vale, our player who put us in the Premiership, he's gone back out on loan again to Sunderland this time. From Sunderland to Southend this time. He scored 7 for Plymouth in League One. So hopefully a good season with Southend. Might get him some takers after that. But who knows? The question is, who have I bought on to replace? So we're going to work our way a little bit back. I've just signed Amir Richards from Arsenal. He's a young Arsenal striker. He's got bags of potential. He's at 1.5 stars, but can go up to 3.5 stars. So he could be a nice little backup striker there for me. He spent all of his career at Arsenal. He has made 4 appearances, but wasn't getting a look in. So perhaps I can use him a little bit better. Before that, we spent 12.5 million on Sebastian Martinez, a 23-year-old American who can play right back or centre back. We're going to try him a bit of both, but his valuation 35 to 45 million. Look at that potential. He's at 4.5 stars at the minute, can go up half a star, which will be absolutely fantastic. He is a quality centre back. Look at it, he's only played in Colorado basically there, but he's had fantastic seasons. When we get his stats up, we need to have a look at him. Where's the stat attributes? That's what we want. When you see what he's got to offer, he's got a preferred left foot, or reasonable left foot. He's very strong, 6'1", so he's making my defence even stronger, which is the main thing. And we also bought in for 23.5 million, not quite my marquee signing I wanted, but Nemanja Collins, the young German. Again, 4 stars potential there. He's at potential at a 23-year-old. Again, look at that, 40 million to 51 million. So bought him in from Borussia Dortmund 2 to shore up the centre-back position. Again, look at 6'3". He looks very strong, likes to bring the ball out of defence, a ball-playing defender. What more could I ask for? That's really good business there to bring in the German. And then prior to obviously the window shutting, was looking to just bolster the squad. So we bought Kamar Konote in. He's got a valuation up to 8.5, so abilities up to about 4 stars. He's come in from where's he come from? ASEC, all the way over in the Ivory Coast. He's an Ivory Coast international in a way. Bought him for literally £500,000. He can score goals. He's been scoring goals. Let's get his history back up again. He scored 2 in 3 games in the pre-season, but look at those stats. Look, 19 goals last season, 18, 22, 20, 21. So he's bags in the goals for an Ivorian. So he could be a little bit of a wild card to be a striker there. What next? Well, we bought Richard Forsen in on a free transfer, yet again from Arsenal. A young Ghanaian, can play, sit at the back, probably just to bolster the under 23s and youngsters. You never know where I can put him in, but possibly one for the future. Now my marquee signing, who I think is a marquee signing, left-footed, is reasonable, he's strong on the right foot, he can play right, he can play left. Son of Italian great Paolo Maldini, we've brought in Daniel Maldini. Yes, he's got up to a valuation of 21 million. The former AC Milan player can play anywhere across that front line, a bit like what Wilson can do. And we're trying to bring up a bit of flair. He will wear the number 11 shirt. So Paolo Maldini's son is coming in. He's in at the club. so we should look forward to seeing some flair from him. Also, another notable Arsenal player, Charlie Panto. He's come in as well, up to 4 stars. He's still 2.5 stars, so he's got bags of potential sitting at midfield. We'll bring him in. He's, again, another one of the Arsenal youth team. He's not really had a sniff at Arsenal. He had a couple of loan spells at Wigan and Ipswich and Blackburn. Obviously, his contract was up, so we took a punt on him. He can be a good Premiership player, and from what I've seen in pre-season, he is good. We've also brought in, for our last signing, for just under 4 million, Michael Olasey, I would like to pronounce, a French midfielder. He can play attacking, he can play defending. Ideally, I'm going to probably have him in the centre midfield or, as a DM. 5'11". He's French. He's got potential of 4 stars. So it looks like it's going to be a good little team for him. He's had a good season last season with Malaga. 7 goals in 39 games in La Liga 2. Formerly of Palace and Reading. So we'll bring him in and see what he can do. But that is the transfer business for this summer. We're going to just have a look at the tactics just to see how I'm going to be looking at it. But you can see that I'm still playing the 4 at the back, 3 in the midfield, 2, then the 3 up top with a bit of wide. So I'm looking at Trafford and Stratford, Setford, then to try and fight for that number 1 position. Huggins, we know, is going to be right back, but by looks of things, he's unregistered at the minute. I need to get that sorted before the next fixture, which is in 7 days' time against Manchester City. Collins and Wood, they'll be integrating with Clerkin, and Ed Turns. So I've got a few defenders there. I'm trying to get rid of Rob Dickey as well, our former club captain, because he's just getting too old now. So I'm trying to keep players under the age of 30 just to see what they can do. We've got De Silva. Don't forget, we got Dave Adapardi. He's making a good comeback after a good loan spell out. And then we got, obviously, our midfield, which we need to strengthen like we did from last season. So with Olasey comes in. We got Pato who can come in. We got Greenwood who can fill in there. I've got a few options, but Neil, Yearwood, Grabby. Don't forget, who else have I got? I've got some other midfielders in here. Raymond, Enrique, he can come in. Then the wingers, we know we got Maldini, we got Moreno, we got Matia, he can come in. Greenwood can come in up there. And then I've got 4 strikers, so it's quite nice to have a bit of swap round. Santiago Munez can come in. Richards, obviously Kaman is in there. He's just scored in the game against Zaragoza. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is my team to go ahead in this next season. Looking at the fixtures, that's the main thing. So we kick off against Manchester City at the Etihad first of all. Bournemouth, Leeds that will take us to August and then transfer window and see if we can get any more deals done. Newcastle at the start of September after the international break. Going forward, Liverpool is in there. We've got to take up against Haaland. It's December. Look at December's fixtures. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 games in December before the end of the year, which is going to be a make or break. So who knows what we can do for that before we hit 2028 and going in there. And we finished the season against Norwich. But don't forget, we have got Europa Cup football to put in there as well, which I'm so looking forward to try my best against Europe and to go from and to see what we can do. But guys, leave your predictions down below in the comments. Tell me how you think we're going to finish. Tell me which signing you're going to rate my signings, basically. Tell me if I've done good business or not. Looking at the transfer kitty, we were doing not too bad, and we've still got 3 million left to spend, which I probably won't. But look at our wage budget, over £1 million, so that's not too bad. I haven't really done anything changes because Sunderland are an established club anyway. So probably I'm hoping for again mid-table. We're trying to fight against relegation and beat that and try and improve what we done last season. You think we done really well finishing where we did. Where did we finish? We finished 5th, didn't we? If I believe 6th. We finished 6th, so the only way is up. But look at that. Look at you coming from the Premiership where we were established so long before the demise to go down into League One. I took it from League Championship there, which I finished 19th, into then the first position in the Championship, which was a hell of a jump, to then top of the Premiership, towards the top of the Premiership. So who knows what I will do this season. Faculties were looking great. I like to point out that I have actually done this. I actually found the ID for the Academy of Light. We've put the pitch in there, so I hope little things like that does help and does make me feel good. But guys, like I said, leave the comment below on how do you think we are going to finish this season in Sunderland till we die. Am I going to keep my job in this? That is the question. Don't forget, no matter what you call it, football, soccer, football, just remember, it's for the love of the game. And I will see you next time.